Well, can we get this orange project finished today? I hope so, but we probably won't, but we'll at least make more progress, and we'll get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man. So it's the next day, and yeah, we got some daylight, so we're gonna try to continue on our way with our fuel line situation, and that will require doing the actual supply line, because it turns out what we had leaking was the return line, and this is equally as crappy. So we just as well do it now, because we got plenty extra line and he doesn't need to be fighting continuous problems. So that's where we're headed here. All right, so we are going to, I guess, take this off of this end first and see how that strikes us. And then we'll feed the other line through there again like we did previous, and just see what happens. Oh, sticky. Yeah. And there, that's what I wanted. Okay, so that line is full, and immediately then what I do is it's constantly always trying to, there we go, that cardboard creeper's down there, and it's just, what are the chances, friends, that it would just immediately leak all over that thing, you know? Another thing that just happened, and I'm not sure how or when, somehow I lost one of the clamps. How could that be? I didn't see it go. Did it fall down? It would have had to fall right here. Poppycock. That's what I say. This stupid line, oh my gosh. What a mess that made for no reason. Oh, what kind of things do we get ourselves into, friends? Yep. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not loving the weather we got here. Yesterday, as in last night, it snowed. So much snow. It's all gone, of course, because the ground is warm. But there for a while, it looked like a winter wonderland out there. I do not care for that. Man. Well, I want to get this the same path as the other one now. So that's going to take a little doing to make sure, but I think we can do that. I just can't believe how much that other hose is leaking. It shouldn't. It should shut right down, unless our fuel shutoff doesn't work, which is one thing I was kind of worried about. We'll probably have to add to this. So I think we need to work fast, because I'm not confident that that other thing is really shut off. It appears like it must still be dripping some, because it's running a pretty good stream, and it's gonna fight us the whole time, you know. Not fight us, but it's gonna make a mess the whole time. And that ain't no good for nobody. Oh, of all the things to happen. It was off this whole time, and I thought we were fine. And it turns out we are not. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Well, that's excellent. Now that we made a colossal mess, I mean, a good one, a real good one. We're gonna try to get in there, and of course now, since we did it the way we did it, we actually put the other one right in front of it. That was the one that was broke off. Because we're just not too swift sometimes. That's just the way she worked out. Now, am I going to be able to get that off of there easy? Why would I? I never do. I think one thing that would that help if I hook this back up? No? Where does that go? There, it goes way up there. It might help. I don't know, friends, I don't know. One thing I know is we're just there. Okay, that's loose. Now our next order of business is going to be getting this cut to the right length. I'm gonna go till there. That other one's starting to leak already. And I didn't even do anything other than just loosen the clamp. Is that gonna come off of there? I don't know. Oh, jeez. So that's a problem because I can't get in there to get to it. And I can't see what I'm doing. So that's handy. I'm gonna try to wedge my body in differently and see if I can get lower than the can't see what I'm doing. Truckers. Oh, now the other side broke right off. Now you understand why this is doing this, right? The whole problem is my shutoff apparently is not shutting off like I thought it was. And so that's why we're making a mess. It should be not leaking right now. But it is. Just because we can't. And it's not gonna pull off of there easy. There. Well, boys, I'll tell you one thing. That was unnecessarily difficult. It didn't need to be. But that's the way this project is. It knows that I'm over it. And so it's gonna fight me at every single turn possible. And now that I know the fuel tank won't shut off, I'm just not real psyched up to do anything else in this regard. I mean, oh, come on. This is just a problem. This is another one of those deals where, wouldn't it be nice if you could get both hands in there easily? It's not proving out that way. It's proving out to be a struggle. And I'm done. I am so done with this piece of... I can't even see what I'm doing. I think I'm in the neighborhood of where that clamp ought to be. Alright. What's that look like? Well, it looks like to me it's probably going to wear a hole in those fuel lines. So I'm probably going to need to put something on there so that they're not the way that they are. I'm so sad about this. Why won't that go through there? Okay. Well, we got the two main ones hooked up, although I'm not happy with it now. What else is new? I wonder if I could get those pulled over like that. That would be good. Right like that. If I could go over that way. We gotta still pull this old one out of here. But I think if I go through this hole over here and I zip tie those that way and maybe get a clamp, there is a bolt hole there, and somehow clamp them up that way, then it'll go over top of the linkage everywhere else, and I think we'll be golden. But I'm telling you, that was a struggle. Now what I need to do is somehow get this piece of linkage hooked back in this arm, and I'm having trouble with that. It's just not wanting to play nice because it knows that I'm struggling at life. I just don't even know. Why is that so difficult? Maybe it would be easier. I bet it is. I bet the trick is you take it loose on that end first and put it in the arm and then hook it back in there and just work up through this impossible hole. I bet that's the easier way, actually. It kind of feels like that, doesn't it? Kind of looks like somebody just barely stuck that pin in. Like they were having trouble as well. And so that's what we're gonna try. We're gonna try. What is the deal here? I got it out of there, didn't I? Wow. Okay. So let's take that off. I like how I'm taking more stuff loose to put it back together. Isn't that nice? But I don't have a choice. I could not get this to jump back in the arms. So whilst I have this off, I'll get 2 new cotter pins. Perhaps I will wait to put that back in until I decide, do I want to tackle this? It's going to leak the entire time that I have it off of there, because apparently the shutoff isn't working, is what I'm saying. So if I do this, I feel like it needs to be done. I wish I could explain it better so that you knew what I'm talking about. But this is the main fuel line from the tank. It comes down here to this job, which I don't know what its purpose really is, other than maybe a little pre-reservoir or something. Maybe it's got a filter in it, I don't know. But the shutoff is above this hose, and when I shut it off, and it should have shut the fuel off, but it didn't. It's like it's not working right. So I can change that hose real quick. I was also going to change this fuel return hose, which I think it needs it too. I mean, it's every bit as ridiculous as the last one. But I'm gonna have to get pretty accurate with my cut here, and I'm gonna have a limited time. I mean, it's gonna leak the whole time, so I gotta work fast. I wonder if it's gonna start leaking the second I take the clamp loose. I mean, why wouldn't it, you know? I also like his piece of rubber hose around it, so I'll probably slide it through that again. I'm gonna see if I can open this up enough. Yep, do that. And I'm gonna try to get this top one loose up here, which is above you. I mean, it's been over a half an hour just doing that one hose. So that's where you need to understand that things happen, people. I mean, when you have somebody work on something, sometimes it just doesn't go like what you'd hoped it was gonna go, and you've got struggles. I mean, uh-oh, that was bad. What just happened there? Okay, come on. I think it's going to come off of the top end fine. Where we're going to struggle now, we need to cut it off of this barb, because it's not going to go. But I see other struggle up ahead. Oh man. Come on off of there. Huh, that's weird. He says as he drops the very important piece. Oh, I know why it was leaking. The shutoff is working. It's feeding itself backwards from the return from that other side of the feed from the other side of the tank. I bet it was supposed to have a shut off as well, and it doesn't. Okay, we're gonna beat this at its own game. I promise you, friends. It looks like a mess, and quite frankly, it is a mess doing this, but I haven't looked. I bet it's full of fuel, because the rule of thumb when people bring you stuff to work on is they fill it up before they bring it, which then you have to work around, either draining the whole thing out, or it leaks on you, or what have you. But it just seems like that's mandatory procedure. Like, people think they're being helpful, and a lot of times that would be true, but all right, let's get that. Holy, I am just so sick of this. Come on, get on there. All right. Am I accomplishing it? I don't know. Oh, what a funny thing is happening to us. All right. Now, even though it looks like it's soaking wet now, it actually is not leaking. However, we're going to make it leak again when we do this final line, this crossover line. I hate this idea, but I hope I got enough. I think I do. We just got to. I mean, that stuff is just so hard and brittle, it's just not going to work for him anymore. And I can't, in good conscience, do that to him. So I'm trying to decide what would be the best way to make this happen. Well, the first thing that's got to happen is we got to cut it to length before we ever do anything. So I'm going to pull it to the other side where it needs to be, and then we'll cut this into length. And it would be super cool if I could cap that off somehow long enough to work on the other side, but I just know it won't work that way. I mean, it just won't. You can't see what's happening, I'm sorry, but I'm struggling, friends. I'm struggling getting this to quit leaking. It's playing a cool game called As Difficult as Possible, and it's winning. Yeah, this is another one of those where if you could get both hands in there, you can probably make her happen, but you can't. This only had one clamp on it, so I might go back and add another one, because I think I ruined that one. Did I ruin that one? I don't know. Felt like it jumped. How far am I from the end of the rubber? I'm a good, like a 1/8 of an inch maybe. I think I'm fine where I'm at. I think I'm fine where I'm at. Okay. So now all we need to do is cut to length and put this side on, which I've got the other side stuck up in the air, so it'll fall any second and get all over us. But oh, this old junk line. This has been a sidetrack struggle that I didn't even anticipate. When I started to work on this tractor, I did not go in intending to replace fuel lines. But then one broke when I was working on hydraulic lines. And here we are now. I mean, see if we can get that to come loose. A lot of times if you can just break them, that's enough to get that to happen. But we can just struggle. I'm okay with that at this point in my life. Oh, look at that. It didn't work. That's almost the worst case scenario. Because now we can't get to it. I don't want to nick up the barb or it'll leak. I just can't believe that it's fighting me so much. Every turn. Everything at every turn is just... I mean, you don't anticipate that the fuel shutoff's gonna leak on you. Well, you do, but the way this one's designed, you can't do anything about it. All right, that's really nicely tucked in there. So I'm gonna cut it about right there. This is, of course, full of fuel, so it's going to immediately spray. It's gonna lubricate my scissors, that's what it's gonna do. Now I really need to put this on and then do that. Quick switch. Oh my goodness. What a mess we did. I didn't want it to go that way, but all right. Okay, I think we got the side job done now. Now that we're good and soaked with diesel fuel. And we have like, what, 3 feet left of this hose maybe at most. So it's a good thing I got the extra length. We can turn this on again now because otherwise we'll forget. Yeah. What a dumb thing. I don't know where it's... Oh, I know why. It's because it dual feeds from both sides of the tank. So there really should have been a shutoff valve over there too, I think, but it must have got removed in its lifetime. And so that's why we struggled like we did. Otherwise, I would have been able to shut it off and this would have been a breeze, no problem. But it was not that way, friends. So we're gonna get stuff to put this linkage in, and then that'll be done. Then we need to get this bottom linkage put in, which was an E-clip, I believe. And so I'll have to get my box of those because I don't know exactly what size. But I'm gonna get some cotter pins and we'll slap this on. And I say that, but it's gonna be difficult, don't worry. Okay. Did I manage? Oh, I was looking to see if I dropped them on the way here, and then I dropped it immediately right then. So I'm gonna put this in first and then try to reach up there and hook it in that thing again. So I don't think that, I'll put you there, but I don't know if you'll be able to see anything. This is kind of a trick. It was, with it in there, it was impossible. So now I just gotta find, there it is. It's way up there. And the hydraulic hose for the 3-point cylinder is what's hosing us. It's making it more difficult than it has to be. I think it can be done. I know it can be done. It's just a matter of getting it done. If I could see what I was doing while I was doing it, it would help as well. Because I just don't do these enough. Work on these orange tractors. There. That was so easy. That's all it took, was that extra little bit of, and I think that the hole goes through. Okay. Yeah, I can't see what's happening, but I'm gonna just try to grab an ear of it and bend it away. If I can hold on to my tools, because I seem to be, every time there's an opportunity, I seem to be throwing away all my tools. Did I get one or two? You can probably see better than me. I think I got it. All right, now we gotta go fishing up here, up at the top. Again, one of these things where you can get one arm in and that's it. You can't do both. And now the rod is not wanting to be turned the right way. I think I'm gonna have to start with it that way. It's very close. Come on. Jump in there. Jump in there. It's gonna go. It's just, it's gonna fight. Come on. Come on. There's a little bit of orange paint on the end of that rod, and I should have cleaned that off again. It came out of there. There we go. There we go. Now I can get my hand up enough to drop that pin in. Is that it? Is it in? Is it in yet? There. I think I... Okay, now we need to just push on this. We need to do something there. It needs to be bent a little bit, and we're just not quite there yet. See, when you can't see, you need to do it by feel, but I can't also feel what I'm doing. See, there it jumped out. I think I got it, but I'll put my other hand back up there to check. Did I get one or two? I think I got them accidentally both, and I'm not happy with that. I want one. Can I get one? No, I cannot. Come on. Oh my gosh. It's just, this is one of those frustrating things. I can't get comfortable to get myself in there. If my fingers were made of metal, then I'd be fine. I could easily do this, but they're not. So, cause see there, I'm gonna push it all the way out, and that ain't good enough. Come on. Come on. There, I got it a little. There. There, almost. Come on. There, it ain't coming out there that way. I got one leg bent pretty good. I think we're in business. I do like though that after immediately washing this coat, I'm now totally covered with diesel fuel again. It's amazing how that works out. Right after you try to get that off of there, then you're covered again. All right, all of that is put back. New fuel line. Linkage is back, fuel line or fuel is turned back on. The only thing is I might add a clip, another hose clamp, I mean, on that opposite side, and then one up at the filter because those are smooth tube and I don't want them to pull off. We still need to tighten all this up and the cab to the axle. But I want to hook up that linkage before I forget. We're plugging away at it. It's put up a fight, but we're getting it. And of course, while we're going through, we're double checking to make sure we did everything, connected everything back. I think we did. We had that loose, that's in. This got put back. That has to go in there. I tightened that last time. It still moves easy because it's got like a bushing on the bolt, so there's no danger of that. That's gonna be a strange angle, but you're just gonna have to live with it because I can't physically do anything different. Now this, in order for this to come together, I don't remember. Oh, there. So there's another problem. I don't know enough about these to know if that is that how that goes? I guess it is, or it wouldn't do that. I just don't want it to be over center wrong or whatever and bust. I think that's the E-clip. Did I bring the... That might not be big enough, actually. Not big enough, maybe? Three-eighths shaft. That's it. There. Okay. I think we're good to go with linkages. So, here in just a second, we can start it up and we can cycle everything again and make sure we're good to go. It's probably, well, let's set that back there. It's probably going to need, oh, see, there's that again. I forgot to get one of those. When that plunger leaks, it can get air in the system. That really needs replaced, and I don't think I ordered one. I'll have to see if they got it in town. Let's try to start it. Did we take the battery cable off? I don't remember. It's just, I had it off of there, but I put it back on here the other day, and it's still on. All right, let's turn the key. Let's pull the fuel stop out, which you can't see. Let's check it for neutral. That actually started pretty good for being cold. Oh. We also need to zip tie that fuel line. I never did that yet. But we're good enough to try our stuff. Mainly our 3-point. It comes right up, good deal. I'm just moving the levers right now to put pressure on everything. The fun thing about these 3-points is when it's cold like this with no weight on it, they do not go down easy. I would have to stand back here and hold it down to get it to go down again. But that's no big deal. I think we're good. Nothing is gonna hit. I like that. I like my routing of the fuel line a lot better than the way it was, so I think that's gonna help him. I think everything I've done is a great improvement to what it was. And so I have to say that we're good. Then it doesn't make you feel like you wasted your time. We need to figure out why I think I turned that PTO on when I was trying to hook the linkage up. This one has got that hydraulic PTO valve. See, the PTO valve is right there. That should have shut it off. It didn't. Why didn't that shut it off? Uh-oh. Well, now I'm puzzled. have to climb inside to see what's going on. I'm supposed to be in the brake position right now, and it doesn't brake. Why do you not brake? It's tempting to grab a hold of it and see if it would stop, but I really don't want to do that. I don't think it will. We're gonna have to find out. Maybe this tractor had that problem before. We can only hope. Because I hope it's not something... What could I have done? There's nothing I could have done. I didn't even have that messed with. Unless I'm too... Either I'm not far enough or I'm too far. I don't know. Well, we're about out of battery, so I'm probably just gonna call this here. I'll have to sort that out and figure out what's going on. I'm sure it's not major. It's probably just I messed something up adjustment-wise or something. Maybe it wasn't adjusted right before. I never tried it before. So that is possible. But I'm gonna leave this one here with the running tractor. We still got a lot to do to it because we haven't even tackled the leaks up here. We got sidetracked with all that other stuff we found in the back. So yeah, that's one of life's curves that was thrown at us. So we're gonna leave it here and see what we can accomplish in the next one. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.